in the crisp air of fall, there is a harbinger walking amongst the fields of pumpkins. He waters his orange army with bourbon. The sight of him is a sign that the natural soap harvest will be strong and plentiful. He is an omen for the death of 3-in-1s, and his name is Drunken Pumpkin. Ew, man! Welcome to the Frickcast and to the Dr. Squatch Limited Soap Guides. Today we have the Drunken Pumpkin, a bar that's all about reaping the benefits. This is, of course, one of Dr. Squatch's Halloween specials, a fan favorite brick that has unfortunately been discontinued, at least for now. Still, this bar is beloved for a good reason, and its lack of a re-release has only added to its legendary status. This is the only limited to never receive the new packaging, and as such, the bar I'm using for this guide is actually an older one. So with that, let's get into this autumn brick. The bar is slammed with unique ingredients, so let's start with the highlighted pumpkin seed oil. Now this boy is full of vitamins, fatty acids, and antioxidants that help to nourish and repair skin. It's hydrating and moisturizing, has anti-aging and soothing benefits, and promotes healthy skin. Now let's talk about pumpkin butter. This has basically the same benefits as pumpkin seed oil, but again, this ingredient is a very deeply moisturizing one. Another unique ingredient is yarrow, which is a flower and has historically been used to treat wounds. This boy is an astringent that helps fight against conditions like acne. Yarrow is anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial. It's a soothing ingredient that relieves irritated skin. And finally, we have charcoal, which is present in a number of Squatch bars. This boy has a lot of benefits, including being deeply cleansing. It removes excess oil and impurities, clears blemishes, and soothes and improves the appearance of skin. Overall, this bar looks to be a moisturizing and restorative one, perfect as you ditch summer and get ready for the brisk and chilly days of the spooky season. The scent of this brick is, of course, its biggest strength. Even though this bar I have is 2 years old, it's still got some good strength to it. It was around medium potency back then, and I'd say it still is now. The smell is a classic fall one that really gives off those autumn vibes. Famously, the Drunken Pumpkin scent was essentially repurposed into the wood barrel bourbon, and the scents are very similar. However, they are not entirely identical. I actually prefer the Pumpkin Boy as it still has that sweet fall scent, but also has a more earthy, manly undertone to it as well. It's a really unique scent with strong fall notes as well as a bit of bourbon ones as well. You'll step out of the shower smelling like an award-winning pumpkin whose secret is whiskey. To pair with the amazing scent, the brick also feels great to use. It has zero grit, instead it's a smooth one. Still, it's a moisturizing, surprisingly deep cleaning bar that feels restorative and rejuvenating to use. The pumpkin and other ingredients in this boy make this bar feel unique and help it stand out from other bricks. Paired with the scent, this bar is so good that someone may psycho you in the shower to steal this spooky brick. As for my thoughts, I love this bar. Ever since its original release, it's been a favorite of mine, and a favorite of a lot of fellow Squatchers as well. I'll rank the Drunken Pumpkin as it might be some sort of god. I'm willing to put it above the Mars bar, but not quite the Bow Chicka Wow Wow. It's easy to get nostalgic about this brick, but there's a reason so many remember this bar fondly and keep asking for its return. As someone who loves fall, this brick hits right at home for me. I love the fall scent, it's one of my favorite Squatch has. The pumpkin ingredients are great and make for a really unique limited that perfectly captures that fall vibe and Halloween theme. It's a shame we'll probably never see this one again. It does say something about the legacy of a limited that it was so good that Squatch quickly turned it into an OG in the form of the wood barrel bourbon. And while I'll be the first to say they aren't the same bar, the wood barrel bourbon is probably the closest we'll get to this Halloween boy, as it is sort of a medium grit version of the Drunken Pumpkin. And while the wood barrel bourbon is a great Squatch bar, I do feel like it lacks that certain charm that the Drunken Pumpkin had. That's only my opinion though, and I'd love to hear yours in the comments. What do you think of the Pumpkin Boy? Do you miss this brick, or do you think it's overrated? Let me know if you still have any left in your collection of this Harvest bar. Although this boy got axed like it's in a horror movie, There are some good times to be had with this bourbon brick, if you can find it, as its scent will have you feeling like being drunk in the pumpkin patch.